Actually, like, you interact in a optional dialogue.
What?
A unique interaction.
Though there'll be time later to discuss your journey to the first, there is one thing I must ask. Did you perchance speak with our friends in the Crystarium? Lena and Becklog both warned me against overexerting myself. Strange that they would express such similar sentiments, identical in fact, but their advice is duly noted. Stinian says, couldn't save them all, but if we'd arrived any later, it would have been a massacre. I thought I'd be done talking in this voice by now. Things were looking bleak until you and the first showed up. Okay. What's Val say? Oh, Val doesn't say anything. That's a shame.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't care what Fortuno says.
Damn.
Alpha no. Final day should manifest here too after everything these people have suffered is a fate cruel beyond words. Nevertheless, allies old and new at our side, there is yet reason to be hopeful.
Engaging Alisaie.
I'm reading Euless. Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Told me what happened that night and about the events that took place while I was receiving treatment. It was only then that I realized the lengths you and yours go to. I know I might never be able to repay you, but I'll be damned if I don't try. Most of all, I want to thank you, all of you, for everything you've done and continue to do for the sake of my people. Let's see, at the very least, I'm glad my members are accounted for. Okay, cool. All right, no one else important to talk to.
No. He basically says, so this is your base. And then
Don't, I don't want to know.
Oh, spoiler, sorry.
I don't want to know.
Sorry, Fortuno
I don't want to. You know how much crap I get every time I give Fortuno crap?
Yeah, yeah.
I get a lot of crap.
Yeah, no, it's intense.
Yeah.
People are very concerned about the state of Alphino should your fictional death arrive on Fortuno.
Yes, I was so serious when I said
know.
that. Yeah. And you know, every time I get crap about how much I dislike
become
Fortuno,
more powerful.
it makes me hate him even more.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah. Now I hope we get a scene where he like loses fingers in like a mafia interrogation way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sick man.
Yeah.
You're sick.
Every time someone in the parasocial relationship that is streaming on the internet gets overly familiar with me about how much they care about their husbando Fortuno, and how dare I think he's a shit dad.
Oh my god. Oh, wow.
I just hate him more.
This is what it's like being in the room with a serial killer.
I hate shit dads.
True crime ain't got nothing on this.
I don't like bad dads. So
yeah.
I have a problem with bad dads.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, what does Alisaie say?
Alisaie says,
what nice things does she have to say about her dad?
To see Zeno standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind. But looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about that. It's good to see you again. Take a coffer.
And some money. Hey everyone, and welcome to our Clips and Highlights channel. If you want to keep up with everything Kyle and I have going on, make sure you subscribe to the main Grinding Gear YouTube channel, which is where we actually do these streams. That's right, we stream right here on YouTube. Oh, and sub to the Grinding Gear podcast. Apple, Google, Spotify, really any podcast platform. We're probably there. Thanks. So where are we going next?
Lucia.
God, that mount, man. That mount is the Final Fantasy. When that mount is out and you're trying to MSQ, it's the Final Fantasy XIV equivalent of a pet watching you be intimate.
Oh, just like sitting there?
Yeah.
It is unnerving. It is unnerving.
Yeah.
To be fair, they're naked all the time, so. Oh, it's a talkie. Wait. Lucia.
No major injuries then.
Yes.
Good.
I didn't realize it was voice acted. Are you ready?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was
It's a little best
invaluable.
friend moment.
Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital.
Into orbit.
Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak.
For a hot second, I was like, why is he cheering it? And then I remember.
Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the
Heartwarming dork.
circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
You did pass the don't become a monster test.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
Ooh.
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
Your gratitude is always
There's
insufficient.
nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Finally, someone cares.
The things I've seen.
Did you hear something just now?
Yeah, I just want to hang out scene. I want another dinner scene where we tell everybody what happened. Oh, for
Ooh.
fuck's
What?
sake.
Wait, what? What the shit?
I did not have this on my bingo card. Whatever this is. What the hell?
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
If anyone ever gets mad at me for making a joke during a dramatic point ever again,
Just show him this clip.
I will accuse them of being fake Final Fantasy fans.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
This is the greatest
And to this
Orianche
bitter
reveal.
clime bring warmth
He
and
militarized
comfort.
them.
It sounds like he promised a pudding and didn't deliver.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
You've exposed thighs, Alisaie.
I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garb.
Shivering.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Marvelously
Hello.
so, not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works
That's a
no more.
surprising amount of effort.
I was about to say it's an impressive flan animation.
They're even bouncing.
Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Heidelin's right paw. That last bit is very important, as am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loporrits made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good for you.
Oh, the second line's so cool, but I just like Urianger so much. I'm going with the first one.
I agree.
3, 2, 1, go.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Freaking pudding way in the back.
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Well,
they're using the characters they made.
I legitimately am surprised that I like the Loporrits.
Yeah.
I like them quite a bit, and I find their writing charming.
It wasn't a moment broken, because we already had the serious moment of Fortuno coming down from his castle. Throwing him into the deep end of what adventurers do is funny.
It was a nice, like, step down from the Xeno scene.
Exactly.
'Cause you had the Xeno scene, which was kind of peak. Well, you had the solo duty, which, if you're me, super high.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I don't know how to play these. And then you have the Xeno scene, step down. Then you have the Fortuno scene, step down.
Yeah.
And then, if you're weirdos like us, you're like, I just want to tell somebody what happened in Elpis. But for the most part, that's a perfect place to insert that moment. It's also a nice little moment to kind of like undercut Fortuno. It's just my important life's work. And wait, what the hell? I've been talking to buddy people this entire time?
Well, I think it's easy over the course of your adventure to elevate the importance of the Scions, but really we're nothing different than just some random adventuring party that really doesn't have any authority to do the crap we do. So it's nice to see us. The into Fortuno is he has to acknowledge adventurers as even useful compared to what he's trying to execute on, which is freaking saving the world. Damn it.
I mean, that's very reasonable of you, but we are also experiencing the story from the storyteller's perspective, and we know we're in the right, and we know that we're the ones actually saving the world.
But it's a fine way to navigate.
And the Forum are the ones giving up on the world.
So instead of being like, aren't you embarrassed, Fortuno? You suck. They found a way to kind of like circumvent it by being like, listen, the adventurers you thought were, a bunch of random killers actually are doing some good stuff out there, including your son and daughter.
Yes.
And he'll still throw down the big words. He'll use the big words.
What big words?
Well, like speaking really slowly and playing word chess with his dad there. Even though his dad was giving him the stern.
So stern.
Yeah.
So stern. I just was enjoying your outfit in proper lighting because I haven't really gotten a chance to.
Oh, yeah. No, look at my beautiful pecs.
Yeah.
My gorgeous. I'm not really sure what the flaps are about, but,
flaps on your boots?
Well, the large flaps up by my thighs are, kind of large.
I don't know what those are for.
But, with all the gizmos and gadgets and odds and ends and even some old string, I think I look pretty good.